I had the idea for this video in a dream. I'm just kidding, I was thinking about it before bed, but for my final major project at college, I made a dress that had a corset piece, and I remember I saved that pattern to use it again. So naturally, I set off to find that pattern. Can't find my pattern, but I found my mock-up. Should I just unpick one side and use that as the pattern? I don't need that many panels. I think I can just get rid of the last one. If you're asking why green velvet, I just thought it would look cool as a corset. They're not the same shade of green. It probably works if I do like most of the panels in one colour and then the back panels in the other. So these 4 panels are the ones I need. This panel I don't need. And so I need 2 of each. The problem here was that I run out of green and I had to switch to the other green. What I ended up doing was taking the middle panels and the 2 back panels as the same fabric and 2 of the panels that go on my sides as the other. I've laid it out the way that it's meant to be, so I know that I won't mess it up. I'm going to start sewing the front 2 panels together and then going along the line. The convenience of using the mock-up as a pattern was that I already had the 1.5cm seam allowance built in. I just need to iron this. There is one mistake, like, here and here. But honestly, I don't want to unpick it, so I'm just gonna say I don't care. I was gonna say this as a lining, because I think it's really cute, but I think I'd rather use it as binding and then just go with the mock-up as a lining. Also, now my torch on you can see, they are different shades of green. I decided to use a mock-up as a lining because I'm lazy. I'm gonna do this some other time because it is late. Boning arrived. I didn't realise it was this much. That is just 1 centimeter thickness. And I just stitched the outside to the lining, turned it inside out. I top stitched here. And now, I know what you're saying. You should have ironed your seams, you should have pressed your seams flat. Well, I'm the bad boy of sewing and I'm only top stitching, baby. No karma will come back to bite me, but if I top stitch it, I'm also creating boning channels. Bad boy of sewing or not, what I do works and the boning fits in the channels. Here's a clip of my dog and here's a clip of me trying on the corset. Now obviously right now it looks too small for me, but once I add the eyelets, I'll be able to lace it up tight. First I need to add the bias binding. So I just sewed on the bias binding and now I'm pinning it on the other side. I think I'm going to invisible stitch it to the lining. Is it all pinned? I'm very excited for it to be done now. I mean, there's a lot of folds and wrinkles. I'm the bad boy of sewing, what can I say? This is me trying on the corset once it has bias binding on it, and obviously I do a little happy dance at the end because it worked and I'm so proud of myself. So to do the eyelets, I take this contraption and I make a hole, and obviously the hole that this tool makes isn't big enough. So I go in with my scissors to widen it a little bit. I obviously then have to compare it to the eyelet front, widen that a little bit. I don't want the hole to be too big. And then I put the eyelet front in, put that eyelet front onto a little bed, take the eyelet back, put it on top on the other side of the fabric, then take the tool that goes on top and just hammer it in. And I do this 14 times, 7 on each side. Just finished hammering in all 14 eyelets on the floor of the utility room. Don't know if I want to embroider, like put embroidery thread over them, but I am going to have to clean them up a little bit. One last try on before the big reveal. My waist is snatched. Could I breathe? Absolutely not. Well, would you look at that? I made a corset. I don't think I'll ever be sewing again. I'm Norange Bunny and I have a diploma in costume. Goodbye.